Hello and welcome to this full body yoga for all levels. We'll take it easy, we'll move softly and we'll work every area of the body so that we feel better when we finish and leave the mat. So we're going to start today's session, just tie my hair back, sorry, should have done this before, lying face down on the mat using the hands as a pillow. I've got Teddy here today, including a grotty tennis ball as well, but he's happy, so we'll leave him there. So lying down on the mats, make that pillow with your hands and just let your forehead just rest down on the hands. Let the heels drop out to the side, and if you've got any issues with your lower back, you can widen the feet a little, just let the heels flop out and this will open through the lower back. So come back to your breathing here and notice the breath as the tummy expands and contracts. The breathing a little bit restricted, of course, as we lie here with the tummy pressing into the mat. So the breath flows more into the back. So notice the expansion in the back and the tailbone. And you can begin to just rock the hips one way and then the other if that feels nice in the lower abdominal area. It can be a nice little massage there just to soften any tension or aches and pains. So we're breathing in and out through the nose, refreshing the body, increasing oxygen in the bloodstream, which makes the body more alkaline. We want the body to be more alkaline for optimal well-being rather than acid. There's lots of ways you can do that. One of them is with breathing well, so long in and out breaths, in and out through the nose. Good, and keeping the head where it is, just bend the knees so that the feet are pointing up towards the ceiling. And then just point and flex the feet, just getting into the ankles. And maybe a few circles here through the ankles too. A few times one way, a few times the other. There's no rules, just moving how it feels nice through the ankles. And you might notice a few clicks here and there, which is perfectly fine. And then cross at the ankles and get the feet and the ankles and the legs below the knees nice and floppy, and just open and then cross again, alternating which leg is in front and behind. So just nice smooth movements as you breathe in and out through your nose, just swinging the legs one way and then the other. And eventually come to stillness and allow the tops of the feet to come back down onto the mat, and a little tap on the tops of the feet is a nice way to wake up the feet. And just slow that down, and you might feel a little fizz maybe in the feet there. And then begin to lift through the forehead, bring the forearms onto the mat, spread through the fingers and press the forearms down, really open through the chest here and lower the shoulders. And notice where you need to be. So you need to tune into your back for this one. So you'll know if you're coming a little bit too high, maybe come a little bit lower. It is the first back bend, so take it easy. Remember the little rock that we did through the hips. You could begin to incorporate that now, just rocking one way and then the other. Maybe looking over the shoulder in the direction that the hip goes. Just finding that movement. And you might want to find a little bit of stillness here instead, opening through the throat, just glancing upwards, and just feeling that squeeze in the lower back, in the kidneys and the adrenals. And when we slowly release back down, what happens is fresh oxygenated blood rushes to the lower back. So it might be quite refreshing for you. Now, bring your right knee a little closer to the right elbow now. Take a deep breath in and lift back up into that Sphinx pose, but with the right knee in this position, this half frog position. So lift the left foot, bending the left knee, and just take a glance over the right shoulder and just see if you can catch a glimpse of that back foot. If you want to come a little bit higher onto the hands, you can, but be careful and tuck the elbows in towards the rib cage. Hips are always easing forwards. Today I'm going to be down on my forearms, just looking over the right shoulder. Good, and then lower that back foot down. And we're going to thread the needle. So the left arm goes behind the right arm, reaching out to the side. And then as we breathe in, the right arm goes all the way over to the other side. So we find ourselves in this twist. So wiggle around through that left hip, maybe come further back to the middle and try and flatten through the shoulders as you look to the right. Just long, deep breaths here as we soften through the lower back and the hips. Breathing into this twist. You can push the left foot away, so activating that lengthened leg a little more, and work this right knee in the direction of the ground, but always being mindful about how the back feels, never going too far. Long, deep breaths. Good. So in a big in-breath, brings that right hand all the way back over, press it down into the mat, unthread the needle, come back onto the forearms and really pressing the right hand down, and you might need to bring it a little bit closer to you, just reposition so you're in a strong position there. I'm going to take the right foot all the way over the lengthened leg onto the ground on the other side. So the sole of the foot can press down or you can be up on your tiptoes, but we're looking over the right shoulder as this right knee moves away. Push the left foot away so that left leg is quite dynamic, and just breathe into the shape that you're creating here. Feel free to move around and soften as always, find that softness. And on your next exhale, just bring that right knee all the way back. And we're back on the forearms here, and just lengthen that right leg out. Good, so a little movement through the hips might feel nice again. And then bring that left knee on an in-breath up towards the left elbow. Lift the right foot, bending the right leg, and just take a little glimpse over the left shoulder. You might want to come up onto the hands, but looking over that left shoulder, the hips are easing forwards. Relax the face and the jaw. So a nice curve and a twist here. And then gently lowering that foot down and coming back onto the forearms if you were lifted. Good. And then the right arm just threads behind the left arm. We rest the side of the face on the mat and open out into a twist on this side. So looking to the left, moving the right hip more back to centre, flattening through the shoulders as much as you can, and just enjoying that cleansing action of the twist. Good, and then that hand comes all the way back, planting the left palm down, unthreading the needle, the forearms pressed down again, and you might just want to move your left hand a little closer to you. We're going to take this left foot all the way over the lengthened leg so that it rests on the ground on the other side, moving the left knee away, looking over the left shoulder. Long deep breaths here, and then heading all the way back with that knee. We're on the forearms, and then gently lowering down. Hands in a strong position, lengthen that leg out, curl the toes under, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, push the ground away and come into an all fours position. And straight away get moving. So try and make that figure of 8. So the upper body moves and the hips just floating around, breathing big. Good, just finding that freedom of movement. And then coming back to stillness to let the tummy go as you glance up towards the ceiling. Pressing the ground away with your hands and your knees. Breathe back into a flat back and exhale to empty the lungs, chin to chest. Sucking the tummy button high to round. Breathe in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathe in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go and lengthen the right leg out. The sole of the foot pressing down and the toes facing forwards. Breathe in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go and ease the hips back in the direction of the left foot just for a moment. And then we come all the way back up and use your in-breath to reach the arms high. And as you exhale, fold over that lengthened leg. Feel the length all the way down the left side of the body. Then we breathe in and reach high and exhale over to the other side. Let the ground catch the left fingertips and reach, lengthening, pressing that right foot firmly down, and then sweep the arms forwards, press the palms down, bring the right knee in and lengthen the left leg out. The toes point forwards. Press that foot down as much as you can, breathing in. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Breathe in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to let the tummy go. Breathing in, flat back, and exhale to round. Breathing in, flat back. Exhale, let the tummy go. Sit back on that heel. Just for a couple of breaths. Long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Lifting all the way back up, and then breathe in to reach high and exhale to fold over the lengthened leg, reaching down that leg. Breathe in to reach high and exhale to allow the ground to catch the right fingertips, reaching, and then sweeping the arms all the way round. Hands pressed down, left knee gently comes in to kiss the mat. Big circles through the hips.